In my mind, first I throat punch him and ask for forgiveness. No, I'm kidding.
I feel you. I feel
I'm
you.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, no, really. So, on the one hand, that's the reason I believe Paul says, uh, uh, "Have this mind in you that's in Christ." Once again, it's a heart, attitude, disposition. That doesn't mean um, the oppressor, the wrong, the ungodly get off the hook. But there is an attitude of compassion, love, recognizing that they too, twisted, marred with sin, are still made in the image of God. So there's a certain dignity, even as justice need to be placed upon you, right? And so it's that sense. I think the other thing is we have to recognize and admit we all have biases towards certain sinners.
Mm.
If we're honest, certain sinners I'm a lot more comfortable with. Certain sinners I'm more okay with than other sinners. And I have to recognize that. Now, once I recognize that, once again, they don't get off the hook, and I know they don't get off the hook, but my attitude toward that sinner needs to be appropriately measured with the attitude toward that sinner. And again, that just kind of helps us um, process the wrongs and injustices. And it doesn't mean that we ought to settle for being mistreated and abused or allow other people. There's a righteous indignation that we ought to have, in that it is sinful if we don't. If the Flake family and the Mackey family were out at brunch or having pizza, and as we're leaving out, we saw some elderly homeless lady being mistreated or beaten or whatever atrocious act done upon them by a mob of young men. For us not to have a certain righteous anger would be sinfully wrong. And so it's not letting people off the hook, but it's one, humility doesn't compare, yeah, well, the red did this, well, the blue did that. No, it's not that type of comparison. It is measure yourself up against the holiness of one who lowered his status to the point of becoming like us, yet without sin,